Yeah, it has started. Okay.
Hi.
Hi.
I'm good, thank you. You're outside today.
Yeah, I'm outside because where my car is parked, there's a whole class of pupils of about 10 years.
Oh,
They are very loud.
10 years old.
Yeah, 10 years old, and with two teachers screaming at them that they don't, that they shouldn't scream.
Okay. So it's a noisy environment.
Only this time they came about an hour ago, and I came about an hour ago. I was walking for 3 hours.
Oh,
Yeah. I decided to start over concerning my health journey,
okay.
and to focus on walking at least 10,000, if possible 20,000 steps a day.
Okay.
I did it today already.
Excellent.
20,000, but I'm so
Well done.
groggy. I can't. I think I will be dead by 8 in the evening.
You might need some recovery time. I think these kind of things take a while to build up your endurance.
Yeah, normally when I have a pause like now, I
When I
didn't
take a
really
break.
walk. When I take a break of more than a few weeks, then my body kind of remembers, but kind of not, and says, "Are you sure? Do we want this?" Oh, there's the class.
Oh, there they are. I can see them a little bit in the blurred background.
Yeah, it's blurred because I should be focused. So
Of course.
yeah, I'm by the river. This is a village where I've been many times before here in Italy.
Mm-hmm.
It's really calm normally, but normally I'm here in winter. So they are going to the grotto.
Okay.
Because there's actually two rivers. One which is very cold, coming from the mountain, and the other one is coming from a hot source.
A warm climate, or is the water itself hot?
Yeah, there's a hot source, a thermal
a hot
source.
spring. A thermal spring or a hot spring?
Yeah, a hot spring, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And in winter it's so beautiful and mystical, because then with the mist
Oh,
the air.
yes. Very atmospheric, we would say.
Atmospheric.
Yeah.
Yeah, like in a Hitchcock movie or something.
Exactly. I can imagine.
But I like that.
Beautiful.
People who live here say they don't like winter because it's between the mountains, so there's only 1 hour of sun in the day.
Oh, I see.
And then I always tell them I find it so relaxing, because other places where there's sun the whole day, they are so crowded. And
It's true.
yeah,
it is nice to find a little hidden corner of the country.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. I was just going to say, I think last time we didn't get to it, but you wanted to speak about religion and the church.
Yeah, you're right. I checked on my YouTube channel if we talked about it. No, the last topic was about the cat.
Yes. The cat in your rash.
Missing her.
Oh.
The rash has disappeared, but the cat hasn't really disappeared.
The memory has stayed.
Yeah, the memory has stayed, and she was like a gloom in my day-to-day life.
What?
Like a gloom of sunlight.
A gleam. A gleam of sunlight.
What is a gloom?
Gloom we really use in the sense of the word gloomy to mean when something is
shiny.
Dark. No, the
No,
opposite.
the other way around.
When
Okay.
something is dark and miserable, you can talk about a gloomy day where it's cloudy and a bit rainy and miserable.
No, I meant exactly the opposite.
Exactly. Yeah. So gleam.
It's gleamy.
No, we don't say gleamy.
No?
We just use it gleam. To gleam is the verb. Gleam.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Good.
But you can use it as a noun as well, a gleam of sunlight.
Gleam. She was a gleam in my day-to-day life.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Or you could just say a bright spot as well, which is actually
spot.
a bit more natural in English to say she was a bright spot in my life.
Yeah. But then also church was like a bright spot. Actually, the whole France experience.
French experience?
France experience. My experience with France.
Yeah, you can say my experience with France. It sounds a little bit strange to say France experience.
Yeah, it actually began in Tenerife when, I visualized what I wanted to do, where I wanted to go, what job I wanted to have, and then I still didn't know why. And then I arrived and I thought, oh, the reason is because they didn't have a teacher for 4 months, so they were really needing a teacher. But then, as I realized that this was a Catholic church and they had a priest and they had a nun, and there were 2 teachers who went to church regularly. So then I had this project, which I started, of the friendship with Germany, with our partner town. And then I had the idea of this angel who wanted to go to Germany to bring them a good message.
Oh, okay.
And then I bought those small angels, one of wood, one of in a glass bowl.
Oh, okay. One made of wood.
Made of wood, yeah.
Yeah.
And the other one, I don't know what it's made of, but it's inside a glass bowl with a bit of snow and water.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
And then there's 4 made of metal. 2 of them looking like a peace sign.
Oh, okay.
And this was so symbolic. I didn't find many angels on the internet. And then I found one in a town where I stayed basically the whole 4-day weekend. I always have a 4-day weekend because I only teach 3 days a week. And it was so, I don't know, so peaceful and so full of hope, and they were all grateful and I was grateful and and full of those feelings. I had the other idea of including another project into the first one, more or less, or making a second project, which was Tessé, which is a town in France where once a year for 3 months, a lot of they are not monks. What are they if they are Catholic and they?
Yeah, monks.
They are monks.
Monks are the men and nuns are the women.
Okay, I thought monks must be the Hindu version.
No, there's also different monks in different religions as well, but we call them monks for Catholic men as well.
Okay, yeah, and they pray the whole day for 3 months, pray and sing, and people, especially young people from France, but also from the border countries, from the neighbor countries.
Yeah, neighboring countries.
Neighboring countries they all come to TC for a week or for some days and pray with them and sing with them. And they meet each other. So it's an international event.
Mm-hmm.
And I
Oh.
always wanted to go there when I was younger, but then I never had the right persons. That as a child, you need a coach or somebody who helps you doing this.
Yeah.
My mother didn't want me to do this. My father wasn't interested in church, so I should have asked my priest, but then I thought, who am I to ask him or something? And I totally forgot about it my whole adult life until this time, because I thought, now I'm a teacher. I teach children. I could go to TC with them.
Yeah, definitely.
That would be a great opportunity for them to use their German when I can arrange a week or a weekend or something where a German group is also on the place.
Yeah, at the place.
At the place, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And well, I wanted to talk to our priest and nun about the project because I was not sure how to prepare them, which prayers they should prepare, which of the TC page. TC is in several languages, their homepage, which one I should use. And then also, I was very unsure about my own faith journey.
Mm-hmm.
Because I had made a big mistake during the pandemics. I had thought, well, I am traveling all the time, so I can't really belong to any church, to any community. Let's just give it up. It's too expensive. In Germany, you have to pay taxes if you want to belong to church.
Oh, right.
And then I don't use it. So it's like, you should cancel everything which you don't need if you don't have any money, which in this case didn't make any sense because you can also be a part of a community if you don't go to church. But well, I decided like that, and then I thought, now it's over. I can't go back. There's no chance. How do I do now the Angel Project and the TC project when I'm not in church anymore? So what can I do? And I didn't want to talk about that to the priest because he took the nun with him. And I had talked to the nun before, but I thought, oh no, they have the impression I'm a normal Catholic and I'm not. I'm so ashamed. What can I do? I can't talk to him when she's there. And I didn't know what to say. I was so excited and ashamed at the same time. And then the best thing ever happened. I decided, as he told me, well, there's a church in this town where there's a service every day. So I could go to church how often I wanted, because
as often as I wanted.
As often as I wanted. There's no excuse whatsoever, because there's service every day, at least once or sometimes twice.
Wow.
And well, I thought, okay, let's be grateful for my long weekend when it starts. So actually, I could go there after my last lesson on Friday. So I only had to wait 3 hours, but I had a lot to do, to correct and so on. I stayed in my car and at school. And then I went to church. It was not so far from the grammar school. And then when I entered the church and I saw, wow, actually, I'm surprised because this church is not that big, but it's like in every second row, there's a person.
Oh, okay. So the service was well attended.
Yeah. And I thought, why? This is only a Friday. So either there are many people who want to be there, or it's a really good service maybe.
Yeah.
And then I saw the monk. It was an old monk. I think he had some teeth, but I couldn't see any. He was so old and he was so lovely. He spoke to like every person who entered the church. He knew them all. He was so sweet, and then I thought, okay, I don't know where the prayers are, because in Germany we have one book at church and it contains all the prayers and songs, and then in this book at church there were only the songs.
Oh, okay.
So I didn't know where to get the prayers, and I didn't know any prayers in French.
Mm-hmm.
So I asked him, and then he said, "Wait a moment. Come with me, and uh, I'll present you to a woman who is also a teacher. She's a French teacher, and she can help you." And then he presented me to her, and she was so nice, and she had a book with prayers. So in this part of France, I don't know if it's everywhere like this in France, they have a book for like a certain time of the year, but it's new every year. So it depends totally on which date it is, what you will pray in the service.
Oh,
And
okay.
and there's a book for it, so you can read along also with the priest and with the monk what they are reading.
Mm-hmm.
And it's so much better organized than in Germany. I was really surprised.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
That
How's it in Australia?
Well, I think it depends on your religion, because we do have the majority religion of Australia is Anglican, which is the church from England. But then Catholicism is also a very big religion. So it really depends on your own religion. But in general, yes, there are books of prayers and songs in the church that you use.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. So I was very grateful for that. That made it really easy to follow the service and to participate. And I felt so welcomed, and
Yeah, does sound very welcoming.
yeah. And then the woman helped me because I asked her after the service if she had any recommendation which when there's confessions, and if you could talk directly to the priest and not sit in this small box where
the
you can't see
confession booth,
anything, but like a face-to-face conversation. And she said, yes, tomorrow in the big church, in the, what is it, cathedral.
Oh, okay. Wow.
And I could go with you. I will accompany you. I will also do my confession, and we can go there together. And after that, we can take a coffee.
We can have a coffee.
Have a coffee at the cafeteria outside.
Cafeteria.
And she was so nice, and I felt so relaxed, and I didn't have any fear anymore to tell the priest before the confession that I didn't know if I had the right to confess, because I wasn't at church anymore. I had signed a paper. That
piece of paper.
A piece of paper, yeah. And then who was it? Who was the priest? It was our priest from school.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So you already knew him.
Yeah, then he saw me, and he said, oh, do you want to confess? And I said, yes, actually, but I before that I have to ask something. And then he said, okay, sit down. And then I told him about the signing of the piece of paper and the pandemics, and that I didn't want to not be part of church, that it was a big mistake, and then that I wanted to come back, but I didn't know how and where to go. And then he said, actually, in France, it's very easy. You just have to confess, and after that, you are part of the church again.
Oh, excellent. That's much easier, maybe, than the
Yes, so
German
much
process.
easier.
Less bureaucratic.
I was so relieved. Yeah, and then I confessed, and I cried a lot. And then what is this piece called after confession, when you have to, for example, people have to pray 10 Ave Marias or something?
Oh, penitence. Do we call it penitence?
Penitence.
You
Yeah,
have to do
it's the same word in
penitence.
French and in
Yeah.
Spanish. Yeah. So as a penitence, he gave me to go to the basilica, which, yeah, it was so beautiful. I went there by car first, and then
I drove there.
I drove there. Yeah, and then I saw the big church. I walked inside, but there was a service, but it was basically over. So I thought, okay, maybe next time I should come here sooner. But where can I go? What can I do? And I checked the surrounding. I checked the signs, and there was a sign which said the Hill of the Angel. I thought, okay, this must be my sign. So
Yes.
let's go there. And it was really steep, and it was a lovely way. And I didn't read the other signs on the way. There were signs that said something what you should do, but I didn't read them. I wanted to continue my way. And suddenly I thought I should pray something. What could I pray? Oh, I don't know how it's called in English. Father, our Father in heaven.
The Lord's Prayer.
The
Lord's
Prayer.
Prayer.
Uh-huh. And then I prayed it and prayed it and prayed it, and then I was there. There was the angel. It was huge, and it smiled, and then it was like he said, "Okay, now you can read, can't you?" And I read what was written below him, and it said that he helped the village and the people to overcome and to what is the verb for victor? It's not victor. When you gain in a war,
Victory.
The victory, yeah.
Yeah. So
the verb is
well, there isn't really a verb with the word victor, because you can be a victor, who is the person who is victorious, which is the adjective, and then you can talk about a victory, which is also a noun describing the idea that you are victorious. So it's more just to be victorious.
Okay, so the angel said that he helped this village and the people to be victorious over the devil.
Oh, okay. Oh.
And then I thought, okay, the devil is the symbol for it's not worth it to pay for church, to belong to church. That was the wrong thing. And that was why all the time I wanted to go back, but I didn't know if it was possible. And I had given up on the idea, more or less. And it was always something that was missing in my life, because all my youth, apart from the one weekend a month with my dad. My parents are separated. Church was the only thing, and books. Okay, church twice a week and books every day, and once a month my dad. So those were the things that stabilized me, that helped me, that made me happy, that were there for me to feel cozy and warm and secure and safe.
Yeah. Safe and warm and secure. We wouldn't really use cozy in this context in English.
Okay. In German, I don't know if you know this word, but I have always difficulties to translate this. I'll check. It's called geborgen.
Oh, right. There are words in German which are hard to translate as a single word in English. Sometimes we use more of a phrase.
Yeah, Google Translate suggests to feel safe, to be recovered, and security.
Yeah, more of a sense of security,
Yeah,
you could say.
I feel like the German word says more. It also says that it's cozy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But I'm okay to say I felt safe and secure.
Yeah.
And now I'm back. I was like, this. It's not a story. If it's in the Bible, what is it?
Yes. Will you call it a Bible story?
A story.
Yeah.
And the story of the son who left his father and family, and then after some time, when he didn't have any money anymore, he came back, and the father made a big party, and he was so welcome, and nobody said anything. You shouldn't have done this. This was bad or something. He just was welcome, and everything was okay.
Mm-hmm. And so you get that same feeling from the church.
Yeah.
That's beautiful.
Yeah, it is.
Oh.
Oh, we talked so long.
We did talk so long. I didn't want to interrupt you. I didn't want to wrap it up because I thought it was important to hear the whole story.
Yeah, I think it would have been weird to divide it into two.
Yes, I think so too.
I could do it, and then I have a cliffhanger in the middle.
Yes. A cliffhanger in the middle of your story. It would.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, do you go to church? Do you belong to a church?
No. It's kind of a complicated and long story, but no, I would say no. I mean, technically, growing up, I was part of the Anglican church, but we don't have the same kind of belonging to a church as in Germany, where it's an actual document that says that you belong to the church. We don't have that same kind of thing in Australia. And
so
now I would say no.
And you participate, and then you're a part of it.
Yes, exactly.
That's like that in all countries except in Germany.
It's the famous German bureaucracy.
Yeah. Bureaucracy is bad in all countries, especially social security. That takes so much time to get your social security.
Mm-hmm.
But I think this is a German, especially Bavarian thing, that they pay for being a part of the Catholic Church.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know how the Pope and Rome is financed else than by German taxes.
Other than by German taxes. I'm sure they get money elsewhere as well.
Yeah, they have some companies and so on. Yeah, but it's I'm sure it's a big part of German taxes.
It's an interesting system.
Yeah, it shouldn't be a system because actually state and church are divided.
Mm-hmm.
But then in Germany, you can teach religion at school.
Mm-hmm.
In France, it's not allowed to teach religion at school.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It depends, I guess, different countries' interpretations of the difference between state and
Yeah,
religion.
France is all about being independent and
A
free and
secular country.
yes.
Yeah, exactly. Oh,
Okay.
well, that
Wow,
was
that was really
fascinating today.
famous.
Thank you very much.
I thank you so much. That was
You're welcome.
really cool to talk about this topic with you. Thank
Yes,
you.
thank you for sharing. That was an amazing story.
And have a wonderful day.
Thank
And
you.
I'll
You
see you
too.
then next week.
Yeah, I look forward to it.
Have a
Enjoy the
great
rest of
week.
your day. All right, bye.
Bye.